for tuning in. You've got Win and
Marius
and Kellen.
That's right. So, and I am the hostess.
And I'm just the co-host / accountant / operations.
He's the CFO. He's the CFO.
Yeah, all of the finance guys are here.
And he's finance.
And then, of course, me, the producer, director, and marketer. So.
That's right. Okay. So we like to start our meetings with a bell because we love the sound. Woo. And just sort of remind us that to drop anything that's negative, just have the positive around us. So I'll just ring it like 3 times. There. You really like this sound. Marius, how about you?
Yeah, it's really nice.
You can feel it. And 3. 1 for each of us. Okay, so now that sound just reverberates. It's pretty cool. Now we're going to light a candle. We like to light a candle. So thanks for tuning in. As I said, my name is Win. I think you know that. And the purpose of this podcast is simple. It's to have fun. It's to bring joy, to bring like a refreshment to you so that you have like a little break from your day. Like this will be all about happy news and about positivity. So I am the positivity coach, and we're going to be talking about positivity today. So do you want to introduce yourself, Marius?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Marius, and I live nearby, also in Portola Valley. And similar to Kellen, I'm also in college. I'm a rising sophomore, and I go to college in San Antonio, Texas. So about 1,500, 2,000 miles from here.
What's the name of your college?
It's called Trinity University.
Trinity!
It's not religious at all. It's just that's the name of it. Which is kind of funny, but
it's kind of funny though because it's the 3 of us. Like we're at Trinity
right now. Yeah, there you go. I never thought about it that way. Exactly. And yeah, so I'm also in the business. Well, I'm actually in the mathematics school. So I'm studying mathematics, stats, and finance. And hopefully someday I can do that in a professional setting. But for now, this is great.
Doing it for me.
Yeah, it's fun.
And
it's awesome.
He's got a girlfriend. Sorry, ladies, he's got a girlfriend. But down to bachelor number 2, Kellen.
Well, I'm Kellen. Similar to Marius, I'm now a sophomore in college. I go to Babson College on the East Coast near Boston, about 20 minutes outside the city. And yeah, actually today we got some good news. So we're going to be back.
You're going to go back to school.
It's officially confirmed that we'll be back August 24th. So I was really happy about that. School just unveiled their plans. So
nice.
Hey, that's 6 days before my birthday.
Oh, so close.
No, that's okay. You'll just have to wish me from there. Hopefully we'll get on the phone and we'll do like a group hug on the phone. So you're probably too young for this, but when I was a little girl, they used to have this saying. It was like, who is that man behind the foster grants? And it was basically like, who's the guy behind the dark sunglasses? So do you want to keep them on, or do you want to show those ladies just how cute you are?
Well, yeah,
is it too bright for you, or is it all right?
No, it's great.
Oh man, sexiness.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's me.
We talked about positivity in the world and like looking at the light in general in your life. So let's talk first of all about how the 3 of us met and how this got started. Do you remember what happened?
Well, let's see. So I know Marius had worked for you before.
Yeah, which we had forgotten about. I had forgotten about.
A long time ago.
Well, it wasn't that long.
2 years ago, I think.
Kind of a funny story, which I'll have to tell you. Yeah. So the
it was my friend Brandon was there too. So we both worked for you at a party. I think it was. I can't remember who it was for, but I think it was for.
It's for my dad. No, so okay. So let me tell you the story. So I had this little party for my dad, and there were actually probably like 50 people there or something.
That was a good amount. Yeah.
So quite a number of people, and in my inimitable ways, I decided kind of last minute, like, okay, I'm gonna have this big party, and there's a lot to do, and so I needed help. So I posted on our town's internal news group, Portola Valley Forum, and this guy popped up, and I said, great. So I hired him, and he came to my house with this other gent.
Yes.
Named Brandon, and they were very helpful, getting the drinks and this and that. But there were several times I looked around the party, and these guys had become part of the party because they were so charming. No, everybody liked talking to you. So anyway, I kind of forgotten about that. But then I think you guys posted on Portola Valley Forum. Wait, let me cut to the chase. When you put it out there to the universe that you want to take a step in your life, the universe, God, will respond to you. So in mine, I was thinking that I wanted to do a podcast. I just had this burning interest in doing a podcast, even though I didn't know exactly what a podcast was. Somehow inside of me, I heard the voice like, do the podcast. So I think that you guys posted on PV Forum, my recollection, and you said, hey, we're college students and we have some free time and we like to help with whatever you need help with. So at the time when I called them, I wasn't even necessarily thinking, oh, they're going to help me with a podcast. I was thinking, oh, they'll help me get my basement a little more organized, i.e. the studio, Win Studio, and which we'll get a tour of on another day. But it was that, I think you guys came in, and then I probably told, because I remember my conversation with you was, what do you love to do? Because I was trying to figure out what they love to do. Because if you do what you love, you will be good at it. That was, TT taught me that. There's your shout out, TT.
And we love being here, so.
And you love being here, yeah. So, I mean, I asked, what is it that you want to do? And then you came and you helped me first. You were setting up the printers, and then we were talking about the podcasting, the microphone was there. And then Callan and I were, went into the garden a week ago, and we just did that film and ripped it out. So that's kind of how we did it. But what was it that, you were looking for money, right? This is our money guy, so he should be hopefully wants to make money, right?
I was looking for a few extra ways to make money for college. Why not? It's nice to go into college of some deeper pockets. And because of this whole quarantine, a lot of us have kind of lost out on internships that we could have worked at. So I know personally I was going to intern somewhere and it kind of fell through. And so I was like, okay, well, I have a lot of free time on my hands. And so when I started messages, I was like, okay, cool. I've worked for Win before. Seems really fun. Podcasting, never done it, but I'm sure I can add something, to help. And since then, him and I have both gotten another internship at a winery. So we're kind of doing both at the same time, but it's been really good.
Give a shout out to the winery.
Yeah, House Family Vineyards.
House Family Vineyards.
Yeah.
House Family Vineyards in
Saratoga,
where I used to live with the horse Scooter. Okay, we'll find out about Scooter later. Okay, so let's talk about what you guys want to do in your lives right now. I mean, you've got like this whole COVID thing swirling around, and how has that impacted you in terms of your dreams?
I would say I really don't think it's impacted me too much in terms of my future plans, because I expect that hopefully by the time I'm optimistic on this, but hopefully by the time I want to start going in the workforce, that things will really have gotten better in terms of the economy. And I've always wanted to do something relating to money, managing money. Ever since I was 4 years old, I worked to make my own money. And
that's good, the money guys. I
think, finance for me would be really a great thing, because it all boils down to that. Like right now I manage my own investments, and I think for me that's pretty fun. So I enjoy working with money. I enjoy managing it, and something like financial consultant, something like that where I can really interact with people and be able to help people achieve their goals, like financially. That would be really fun, and that's something I would want to do. So something in that realm, because I'm not 100% decided. But
what's your and it can change over time too as you learn more. What's your philosophy regarding money? What's your philosophy around money?
Well, I think money is something that you shouldn't be obsessed with, but if you have money, you can live a much better life, a much healthier life, a much more comfortable life, and it really is just a tool that allows you to pursue your dreams. So whatever that may be, some people, they love to travel the world, they love to help other people in whatever ways they can, they love to volunteer, things like that. If you have money and if you're stable and you can provide for people, then you can really do what you've always wanted to, whatever that is, and it unlocks a new world in a way. So,
yes, absolutely. I've always said that money is freedom.
Exactly. Yeah, money is freedom. I really agree with that.
And I believe in freedom. Freedom of spirit, freedom of expression, freedom of thought, freedom of speech, of course. Number 2, even number 1 on our amendments. Or the Second Amendment, is the right to bear arms. Okay, never mind. We'll get into that topic later too. You can tell I like that one. Okay, so that really hasn't impacted you. COVID hasn't impacted you too much. It sounds like you guys are generally pretty optimistic people. Have you ever thought about how optimism impacts your lives, like in terms of your outlook or what you do? Have you ever contemplated that?
You only really live life once, and so I know it sounds kind of cliche, but if you don't really look forward to, if you don't have something to look forward to, there should be, to me it just seems really depressing if you have nothing to look forward to, because then you're just living life basically in the hopes of just stability, and stability is great, but you always want to kind of shoot for higher and shoot for more. If you have something to look forward to, things you can achieve, goals, dreams, you can live for those as opposed to just living the same life over and over every single day. I would never want to find myself working for a job where I was just, climbing the corporate ladder 30, 40 years at a company, doing the same thing every day. I would never want that. I want something more innovative, more creative. And so I think everyone should kind of strive for that. And then optimism kind of works into that because you have to be optimistic about your future goals. And if something isn't working out for you, then just wait and then it'll all get better. As long as you have a good mindset and a good work ethic, things will eventually work out.
And I think, some people like that predictability, that 9 to 5, that they like the repeat, and that's okay. That's what calls to their spirit, and other things call to other people, like you were saying, you want to be doing something else. But I think that you touched upon something critical, which is dreaming. Dreaming is such an important component of being human, and it's a great way to elevate your spirit, and we're meant to dream. We won't fulfill all of our dreams because you could have thousands of dreams, so they may not all come true, but you focus on the ones that you really want to come true, and dreaming sort of helps you with that. So if you sort of try on the dreams like a hat, you can try on different dreams and then figure out, ooh, that one really feels good, that's the one I really want to go for. And some people have that like right out the gate. They kind of have this feeling of, this is what I want to do in my life. I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a musician, and they go for that. And in the absence of that, you can try on a whole bunch of different hats and then choose the one that's right for you. Mm-hmm. So it kind of sounds like you guys, you are on a pretty known path in terms of your interest in finance and making money and starting things and stuff like that. What do you guys do to sort of nurture your soul? How do you feed yourself like fun, and what do you do to keep yourself amused in life?
Well, I like going out in nature. I know people know me, I'm a big mountain biker, so it's great living in Portola Valley. There's trails all over, so even just from my house I can get up, start biking, bike for 20 miles on the trails where I don't have to worry about cars, because that's always a concern. So really for me, just being out in nature, I like camping, hiking, anything with that. I think it's really what your body needs. It's good for you to be out in the clean air, be outside, especially now. It makes you realize and appreciate, how beautiful our world is, all our nature, all our natural landmarks. So really it's quarantine, it's not all bad in the way that, you really get to go outside and experience the great outdoors. So I think we're very lucky to live where we do.
We are, yeah. I mean, I think we're lucky to be, of course, in this area in Northern California, and I think that we're lucky to be on this earth. I mean, I just marvel at the whole world, because there are so many different places in the world to go in terms of nature. Also, just if you look at the world and the way things unfold. I mean, you could grow a tomato plant in your house. If you're in New York and you don't have a chance to get out of the city, buy a tomato plant and connect with that tomato plant, because tomato plants are amazing. I have these 3 little tomato plants that aren't yet put in the ground, and I noticed last night that one of them had this baby tomato, and I ran inside to my dad and I'm like, Dad, look, it has a baby tomato. And he was excited about it too. So there's ways to connect with nature, but I think nature has something that resonates within all of us, because it's, we sprang from the earth in the sense that we're made of the same stuff, right? We're all made of material that is ultimately the same if you break it down into the smallest bits, but we come from a natural material. So, Marius, what about you? How do you renew yourself?
Oh yeah. So before quarantine, the main things I was doing was, I'm kind of an extrovert, so I like to go out and be in large groups of people. So obviously us being in college, parties are really common, and hanging out with your friends and going to clubs and stuff. That's kind of the thing we all do, and it was kind of hard for me to adjust all of a sudden from 8 months of that. Not that I was an avid partier or anything, but it was it's just nice to do during the weekend. It's kind of hard to just go from that to being sent home and pretty much not being allowed out of your house. And I was allowed to go out, but there was no point because most of my friends were staying inside. So I was kind of coping with it by doing the same things like Helen was. I was, going on walks, exercising, going to the beach, going on different excursions around Northern California. I went down to Carmel a few times. And yeah, I think he's really right about that. It's kind of like a, how would I put it? Like a, something in disguise. What's that term for it? Miracle in disguise. I don't know.
Oh,
but so you have this terrible, epidemic, and then you have a chance to go out and kind of find yourself in nature. And then we all love finding ourselves in nature. Nature is beautiful, and around here it's even better. So
Yeah, we're in nature. We're out in the patio right now.
Yeah.
You know, it really is about sort of feeding yourself spiritually. It's sort of like, you know, you become what you feed yourself with. So you can watch things that scare you, like movies that scare you, and some people like that. That's sort of titillating, and those can be fun as part of your menu of things. But it's important to tap into what brings you joy. Like, what are you feeding yourself with on a regular basis? The news is good. You got to keep up on the news. You've got to know what's going on in the world. But too much news is not good. It's like too much salt on your food, and it kind of ruins the food. So as your positivity coach, that's sort of the purpose of the Wincasts, is to provide like a refreshment, a break, something fun, something to lift your spirits up. And we'll be doing videos, probably 8 to 10 minutes long, just sort of a thought of the day type of thing, something that uplifts you. So we're excited. This is for you, all my girlfriends, some of the guy friends, and even my ex-boyfriends. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.